I am a proud father of 4, but last year, everything changed.
Something terrible happened while we were on a family vacation abroad.
My children and I were visiting Beijing, a trip that quickly turned into a nightmare. The city was chaotic, and I was responsible for my 7, 5, and 4-year-old twins. We spent the first week exploring palaces and parks, enjoying our time together. Then one day, in the heart of the city, my children grew tired and hungry. I found a food stall, and I asked them to wait on a nearby bench.
When I turned back, the bench was empty. My children had simply vanished.
I searched everywhere, calling their names, but there was no answer.
Suddenly, I felt a sharp pain, as if someone had stabbed me, and I collapsed.
I searched everywhere, calling their names, but there was no answer.
I ran back to the bench, but they were still gone. I was terrified.
Then I saw a child in a red coat being led away by a stranger. I ran towards them, ignoring the chaos I caused, desperate to catch up. I grabbed the girl, but as she turned, I realized it wasn't my daughter. The man holding her hand began shouting at me, and I was too shocked to respond. He punched me, and I hit my head, fading into darkness. I woke up later, completely disoriented and alone in the dark. The memory of my missing children rushed back, and I began to sob. I was in a foreign country, and my children were lost. I felt so helpless. I tried calling the police, but my phone wouldn't connect in this city. I found a police station, but they couldn't understand my desperate pleas. They put me in an interview room, and I waited for hours. Finally, a policeman and a translator arrived to hear my story. I showed them photos of my children, hoping they could help me. They told me to leave, and I walked back to my hotel alone. It was the middle of the night, and I couldn't even call my wife. She was supposed to join us soon, and I had failed her. I tried calling her, but it went straight to voicemail. Then I remembered her sister lived here in Beijing. I had to find her. We met for coffee, and I broke down, explaining everything.
She was shocked, but she promised to help me find them.
She came with me to the police station to translate for me.
They told us they were doing all they could, but no one had seen them.
That night, I finally reached my wife. Telling her was the hardest thing I've ever done.
She was devastated, but she promised to fly out immediately.
48 hours passed, and I still felt completely helpless. I went to the British Embassy, begging for any help they could provide.
It's all right, just try to breathe and stay calm.
The man told me to breathe, and then he made some calls.
Suddenly, 2 policemen entered and told me I was under arrest for kidnapping. I screamed that it was nonsense, but they wouldn't listen.
Then the official told me my wife had reported me for kidnapping. I was stunned. She must have thought I took them without her permission. I realized she had been kicked out of our home and was under immense stress. I tried to explain, but they were already restraining me. A week later, I was sent back to the UK, waiting for my trial. I saw her on TV, crying for our children, and it broke my heart. I was stuck in this flat, unable to leave, fearing what would happen next. I kept wondering if my children had forgotten me by now. I felt completely powerless, unable to reach them or prove my innocence.
Then I started seeing things, shadows moving in the corner of my eye.
I even heard my name being whispered, but no one was there.
I looked up my symptoms online and realized I was hallucinating.
Maybe I was the problem all along, just a bad father.
She was right to report me. I had failed to keep them safe. I called the police, ready to confess to everything. They arrived, and I told them everything I knew. We appreciate the information, sir. They investigated and discovered the truth about my wife's condition. She suffered from a rare disorder, and another personality had taken control. This dangerous personality had kidnapped our children to frame me.
Then I received the best news. My children were safe.
They had been taken to James's house, but they were unharmed. My wife is now receiving treatment in a mental hospital. And James is in jail, facing charges for his part in this.
I finally have my children back, and I am so grateful. But I still struggle to understand how all of this happened.
I keep asking myself if I could have done anything differently. I can't decide if she is truly guilty or just a victim.
Should I visit her? Should I let the children see her? I just don't know what to do anymore. My life has been completely turned upside down. It's a tragedy that will haunt me for the rest of my life. But I have to be strong for them now. They are my world, and I will always protect them.
Love can be complicated, but it's the only thing that matters. I hope one day we can find peace again. Until then, I will cherish every moment we have together. Thank you for listening to my story. It's time to move forward, one day at a time. I hope one day we can find peace again. Finding joy in the small things is what keeps us going. Their laughter is the best medicine I could ask for. I am a lucky man to have them by my side. The past is behind us, and the future is ours to build. Everything will be okay, I promise.
We are a family, no matter what happens.
I love you all so much.
It's a new beginning for us.
This is our story.